Hi guys, what's going on? This is Namcraft. Welcome to the season Starcraft English commentary. The last ticket to the round of 16 will be decided between Action, YC, and SAC. First, we will see Action versus YC, a Zerg versus Protoss. I'm going to be cheering for YC. I want more Protoss representation in the parliament. There are just way too many Zerg politicians and a lot of just Terran leaders, right? As head of state. We want to see more Protoss participation, involvement, embodiment, empowerment, in the StarCraft landscape in general. Anyways, before we dive into this game, let's just quickly show you the. Let's just review once again the player card. Where are they exactly? Let me just quickly show you. Here is the player card, and who is that? This is going to be SAC. He will be waiting in the next round, so that's gonna be another time. There's gonna be some white guy in the crowd. First of all, YSC Yoon Soo Chul, born in 1993, and he's been only in 3 ASL Ro24, and he's hoping to get another round of 16. The first round of 16 here used to play for Samsung Khan. With an 8,000 subscribers strong Africa TV channel. Action is, of course, everyone's favorite. Action is Kim Song-dae, born in 1992, a short guy, 63 centimeters. He used to play for KT Rooster together with Flash. His current university affiliation now is C9. He's got a decent amount of followers, and he's been in 14 seasons of ASL. The best performance is the 4th place in ASL Season 8. So that is going to be the situation. The map here is Metropolis, 4-player map, with both players are spawning very far from each other. You can see in the minimap here. And let me just quickly show you the map stats, because I don't think I've shown that at all in this entire series. That's right. So here are the map stats. So for Protoss players, as you can see, Metropolis is 43.5%. So this is kind of a sucky map for Protoss. Because, I mean, it kind of favors Zerg in all matchup, I think, because with that small area behind your mineral line at the expansion, you can actually do a lot of harassment with mutas. So it really favors Zerg in almost both of the matchups, I think. But anyways, going to be having the Zelle coming out now. And by the way, let me just, for completion's sake, let me just also show you the map photo. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a Zealot aggression. Let's see how much damage YC can do with that. The spawning pool is not yet completed. There's what the map looks like with all of the mineral patches in the pathway. You can see the Zealot is going to come out here. The Zealot is almost arriving. Oh no, that's not a Zealot. That is a probe. Excuse me. The Zealot has returned home. Anyways, this probe is going to try to check for the situation. It sees that the gas is being taken, and a 3rd base comes out. So Action will be very strong economically unless there's something that YC can do to punish him. On this map, I think it really favors Zerg, because what? I don't even know, but anyways, this 3rd base is gonna have 2 angles, and I always feel like it's easier to defend on this base for Zerg than it is for Protoss, because the cannons don't really cover any of the angles, man. You really need to have a superior ground army to really defend in that location. As for Zerg, you can hold with a couple of lurkers. It's easy. It's easier, not easy. Anyways, Zealot's gonna try to go on this, so on the left side, he's gonna try to hide here. Zerg is gonna try to reveal himself. Now, during these moments, the role of the probe is very important. You want to make sure that the Zerglings stay exactly where the Zealots are. And you don't want the Zerglings to go out and go for more attacking. The probe need to make sure there's no additional Zerglings. And this probe is very close to dying. That was a mistake by YC. Look at his mouth, wide open. If he loses that probe, he's going to be in some serious trouble, just like in the game between Stork and Jaedong yesterday. When you lose a scouting probe, the game ends right away. And we are going to be having that probe getting sniped. Is that a Hydra? It looks to me like a Hydra end. So for the timing, these Zealots will be trapped here, but there's no mining activity, so that's good. Zergling's coming out, and he wants to stop any kind of scouting units. Action usually is a noble Zerg. He usually doesn't go for Hydrant, but he will go for it now. And the positioning of the cannon means that you will not be able to save that forge. So things are already looking very dire here for YC. Of course, maybe he's prepared a specific build for Action. I don't know. It's like the way he prepared a specific build for Hero in the first map. Anyways, Zerg is gonna try to move towards the other side now, and there's gonna be some drones mining. And knowing that, I think at this point a player like Mini will start to move his Zealots a little bit from the main to try to come out and check for the situation. But anyways, Zerglings have revealed that they have speed. But with Zergling with speed and this huge number, it's also very dangerous, I think, for for YC to even attempt to move out and try to create a bit of a diversion tactic. It's going to be better for him to stay at home. He's upgrading his fortune, would not complete, and that's really unfortunate. But the thing is, Action is also invested in Zergling with speed when he doesn't really need it. I don't think Zergling with speed really help you at all in the 3-hatch Hydra bus. You want to have all of your gas dedicated to faster Hydra, faster Hydras upgraded, more Hydras in general. I think because every unit count, but the cross-map scouting might give YSC a bit more time to prepare for this. We don't see yet the first Hydras and the Corsairs already start to move across the map, and I have told you in several occasions that you need to time your cannon creation. That when your Corsair meets the first Hydra, you can decide to put down more cannons, or when your Corsair can confirm that there are no Hydras, you would cancel that cannon. So the timing needs to be perfect, and I think now you're gonna have to keep that cannon anyway, so that's gonna be the situation. Anyways, the Corsair is gonna try to come out. Is he gonna try to go directly towards the expansion or try to scout? Looks like he's gonna go out there, and the third cannon will come up. So for the timing, these two cannons will be able to do a lot of justice here, but the Forge already cancelled the upgrade. You can see that YC is prepared. He knows that he cannot finish the upgrade, so might as well just do something else with the money and cancel it and go for more attacks. Anyways, this Corsair is going to try to attack. Of course, one Corsair alone is not going to take out any Overlord. I mean, now for the... oh my god, the first Hydra getting sniped. Ashen is not paying attention. For the first Corsair, the purpose is to scout and to try to poke a little bit if you can. If you're like Mini, you would poke a lot, but if you're not like Mini, you would poke just a little bit and make sure you don't lose the shield. You don't deplete all of the shield. Some cannons getting cancelled here, interesting. And we're going to be having replacement Forge and replacement Templar. He makes 2 replacement Forge. That is, I think, an interesting choice here. Anyways, there's going to be Zelle just trying to hold here and waiting for that unit to come out. And more Hydra is going to get created. And looks like we need to see that. And he will need to make more cannons because 4 is not good enough. He's trying to make the bare minimum here. He will make 2 more. Can he try to make it on time? And more Hydras. More Hydra, just like that movie, more and more. I'm not so sure what exactly is the noun he used there, but more of everything. And now looks like there's going to be 4 cannons. Need to hold with his probe as well. He's going to try to attack. The probe's actually not getting ready. The next wave of Hydras is already here. The Corsair is eating too much hits now. The Hydras will arrive, I think, 3 more, right? So with that group of Hydras, he might decide to come in. He might not. I don't know. Efficient Chamber and more bases coming up. Looks like Action says, you know what? I have a lot of Hydras, but I will not dive in. A cannon was cancelled. A replacement, what is it? Pylon was made? Why is he making a replacement pylon? Or maybe he just wants to show to his enemy that he's got enough cannons so the enemy will not attack. But that is not a cannon, that is something else. Probes are getting ready as well. The Corsair is checking. YSC is really on par, man. I would suspect that he would be a noob, but he's not a noob. Hydras are not diving in, just checking for the situation, and both the players are very tense moments here. Action's got the upper advantage, I think. 59 supply for Action, YC 72, and the first 2 Hydras are out. You need to kind of survive here. Does Action go for drop? Can he go for drop? What is he making? Spire? Okay, he's going to be going for Spire, so it's not going to be drop technology, but he's going to be going for Spire. And double Forge upgrading, so YC, we need to create an opportunity of window opportunity here to push out and to punish the enemy before the spike can complete, and the switch to air dominance will start here. For the timing, looks like YSC is just gonna stay put, and Action is gonna just try to apply the pressure for high temperatures. It's nice to make high temperatures, but if you cannot keep them, then what is the point, right? I feel like you just need to make enough high temperatures, and there is gonna be Archon. So this is what every single Protoss players need to have in their arsenal. They're just so versatile. And 6 hatcheries coming up now, so both the players are playing very nice mind game. We have a 4th base now coming up. For Action, YSC is also keeping up a tab with the gateway. His APM is not so high because he's an old guy, right? And of course, his eating habit is not so good, so that maybe affect his brain as well. And by the way, being overweight is not the same, but it's definitely a bad habit you need to fix. I think the Corsair need to not run in the open field, man. Do not run in the open field. Go to the corner. There's so many ways to hide. You need to be Robin Hood when you're the Corsair. Anyways, now the Zelle will come out. He's destroying one of the cannons in the corner. He cannot save it, and the Archon is looking forward to come out as well. Drones, really, look at how many drones Action's got. Action's got a huge economy. His economy is ridiculous, but now the question is, what about the next move for both of these players? YSC is going to try to come out. The Zelle with leg has completed. He will try to assault against the 4th base, but there's going to be some Scourges as well as some Mutas. The Archon is hiding back, and waiting patiently. Some scourges start to come out already, so that okay. Well, these drones are over. Sent to the wrong timing. The Corsair is checking what, and now looks like he would just sack the Corsair. He would want to check. Okay, there are lurkers. He sees lurkers. He sees a lot of hatcheries. He sees evolution chamber. He sees 3 evolution chamber. He knows that his enemy is completely prepared for the long game here. There's going to be a Nexus coming up. There's going to be a cannon. The good thing is that the Corsair drive those scourges back, and that also drives Action's armies back, and that's going to allow time for YC to take his expansion undisputed, uncontested. And now this drone is going to be mining the third base, so that's going to be very, very good here. The first muters come out just to check. There's an Archon. There's an Archon, so I think now YC is going to have the advantage slightly, and actually we try to be a little bit honest here. Some Dragoons coming out. He's going to try to attack against the 4th base. There's going to be some Lurkers trying to protect against the 3rd base, but the 4th base is a little bit more open. Let's see the Overlord checking for the situation. One Mutus is going to get attacked, but it's not enough. And there's not a lot of openings here for YC to exploit. He might want to just expand to the 4th base. Every single base looks like they're covered with something. Lurkers, Sunkens, Mutas, Overlord, Scourge is getting to the right to snipe observers. We have an Archon just waiting to attack here. I think this is a bad mistake. You cannot attack. It's better to go and expand. He would try to kill the lurkers. He would get 0 lurkers. He needs to storm. He would start the lurker. We need to burrow itself. He does a good storm on one of the lurkers. Does he get the other lurker? He doesn't get. He does get both of the lurkers, which is fine. But there are more lurkers coming through. He's gonna snipe one more. No, he doesn't get it. The Mutus get destroyed. He's gonna try to know that Hydra doesn't have any energy. So he's gonna back down. So I find it very funny that this one single small group of Protoss forces able to just really apply fear and pressure on Action. But Action is says, you know what? I'm gonna move out now with my force. I see that you're trying to take a 4th base. I will come there and then punish you. But on this side, I'm gonna have some small engagement by both of these players, which is gonna be great. It looks like Zerg is gonna try to snipe the Nexus. The Nexus has fallen. YC has not saved his Nexus. Zelle are not attacking correctly. He's finally gonna attack now. So the Zergs will fall and the cannons will go up. But he needs to remake the Nexus. I think, and I don't think he canceled his Nexus. I don't think so. I don't know. I didn't check the money, but I think he's got 1,000 minerals, so maybe he canceled it, which would be a good thing here. But anyways, the battles are raging on. Nidus Canal is getting created by a hero, so he's gonna be looking forward to go to the freaking like goddamn insane teleportation technology by the Zerg player here. Gas getting taken by the 3rd base by YC. We're looking forward to a nice macro-oriented game. I love it. I want to see YC at least have a shot at beating Action and trying to do it against SAC here. YC is a frequent player in KCM. He's played so many games against SAC, so many games against Action. He knows these guys by the sweat on his palm. He knows them exactly. The file amount is up, and it's going to be a moment for YC to transition into Reavers now, and the game will be very interesting to that. We may see some Storm getting deployed. He needs to Storm. Nice Storm, destroying one probe. And one drone, excuse me, is gonna start attack that other lurker. Got a lurker fallen. He will back down. This is good trade. You need to trade like what YC is doing. Not really committed fully. He might go for that Archon with something here. He's gonna do a great storm that gets a lurker. The lurker is still alive. He might do more storm though. Dragoon's coming from the north side. He's storming these lurkers, but that's not really what you need to do. You need to storm the lurker after you have attacked it with the Dragoons, not before, because the lurker can unburrow and go and hide somewhere else. Dragoon's gonna try to kill. If he can get the Nidus Canal, things will be very interesting, but he's not sniping it. What the heck is happening with this probe? YC has forgotten about those units. There's gonna be some storm. He's not storming. He's waiting for the energy. What is he doing? Oh my god, he does double measure, but he's not finished up the game. Those lurkers are still alive. That was insane waste. That was a huge waste. That was a huge waste. And now he will need to back up. He does some good storm, but that was really bad maneuver. And now the 4th base, the probe are still not yet mining, man. What are you doing, YC? You are not mining from your... This is insane. You are pro gamer. Pro gamer, man. Okay, now he's gonna mine. He's gonna mine, so things are not looking so bad. But that was a little bit heartbreaking there. If he loses because he forgot to mine the 4th base for a while, that is gonna be a problem. But anyways, the games will go on for a while. We need to transition into Reavers now. And the Zerg player is going to expand. You can see the expansion going up the top right. The Zealot sees it. So we might, you know what? What I'd like to see from YC is going to be some Dark Templar. Dark Templar always proved very vital in the late game PvZ. We've seen some crazy game in the old Casper's days. What is that? Was it Queen versus somebody like Jangbi, where double Dark Templar attacking 2 hatcheries and getting it destroyed. Zealot getting high ground before this hatchery can get destroyed, and that lurker's been damaged from before, so that's good. The Jugu's gonna have to fall back. The last of the lurkers fall, so Protoss will have the high ground advantage. Where's the observer? Where is the observer? Where is the observer? The observer is gonna try to check it. He will destroy that last lurkers. He will try to gain this high ground, which is nice, but Zerg is coming from the southern side. YSC's plan is to stop the Zerg from getting a fourth base. If you can try to do that, things will be looking very interesting. That drone need to fall very, very quickly. Remember that one game where the Zerg player just keep the drone and go and build a hidden hatchery? Remember that game? Anyway, Zella's gonna try to reinforce it. He's gonna try to attack. He need to attack and get some of the lurkers destroyed as well. Need to storm. What is he doing? He's storming. What? He's storming something on the high ground, but he's not able to finish up the job. And that's gonna be some problematic here. This high tempers will cast some good storm, and he will kill some of the lurkers. He gets that defiler maybe. The defiler is gonna be able to cast a storm. He need to snipe the defiler. The defiler is not sniped. The zealot. We try to snipe it. The zealot sniped the defiler. There's no observers though to spot this unit. But there's going to be some observers coming through now. The Zealots are waiting to check to make sure there's going to be no hidden hatchery. So, okay, there's a lot of idle probes. And, of course, YSC Tubo is not playing the perfect Starcraft, but neither is Action. Now, YSC is maxed out. YSC is almost maxed out. Zealots going to try to check and find that drone. They're not able to see it, but they're hiding in the corner. The last lurkers fallen. Maxed out army for Protoss going to try to come out here, but this drone is getting ready to expand. I think it's going to be the moment for YSC to do a huge strike before the Zerg can establish some presence somewhere else out on this map. And he will come out in the middle here. There's going to be some small engagement. Keep in mind that Protoss doesn't have any more bases to expand to, right? If you want to expand in the future, you need to actually take away one Zerg base. And which base would it be? That's the question. There's going to be some storming to destroy some of these units. He will storm both of them at the same time. There's going to be more cannons coming up, but you need to start to make reavers, I think. He gets the last lurker, so this bottom side base cannot go up. YSC's done a really good job, man. He's not doing bad, and he's got what now? He's got good upgrades, +2 weapons and +2 armor. This base has been revealed by the observer. He needs to start to move over to the other side, but for the timing, he's gonna make cannons. I really like the position of the cannons. You want to move the cannons away from your nexus as much as possible. You don't want to hide the cannons all the way in the back. By the way, isn't there a drone on this high ground somewhere? I think there's a drone here, and you can make a hidden hatchery and start to channel forces through the Nidus Canal. So you need to really clear out those areas if you want to survive in the long game here. Anyways, almost maxed out both of these players. Gonna be amazing battles coming up. This Dark Templar is perfectly placed. It's gonna be able to spot any kind of reinforcement. We have some drops technology from Zerg. It would be nice as well. Anyways, it looks like there's going to be all of the convergence of the army by YSC towards the top right. Need to establish a presence and destroy those bases before they actually become operational. 2 hatcheries go up. That Archon is still alive. Reinforcement from the left side will eat a lot of storms right here. They start to move to, but lurkers are not getting deployed. They are falling fast. The Archon's going to try to go for Maelstrom, or what is that technology? Yeah, Maelstrom. I think is maybe feedback. Feedback wouldn't be so bad as well in these battles. Anyways, maxed out army, and YSC has got 2,600 minerals in the bank. He's got so much money. There's gonna be a hidden drone. I told you about this thread. On this map particularly, Zerg can plant out this weird thingy in a very hidden corner, and Defiler gets sniped though, so that might change the battles, the situation of the game here. The Archon need to fall back and just use his Dragoon to support. They clear the last of the cracklings, which is nice here, but YSC need to remake up the forces. Drones are gonna get sent out, but would they get destroyed? No, they are surviving. They're surviving, but more forces coming through this base gonna get mined, which is nice. A lot of robotics. I loved it. The triple robo observer finally checked the high ground. He will see that there's some weird shenanigans going on. Nice feedback on the Defiler. This is perfect play. I love this game. This game is already getting ready to go into the list of my favorite game this year. So because of the the intensity, 80 minutes on the game, looks like there's gonna be some Dragoons coming out. He cleared 2 lurkers in one shot. He needs to clear one more. He needs to storm. He goes through and he needs to move the Dragoons to support. Good storm that hits 2 Hydras and kills the rest of the lurkers. One more lurker to fall. He gets a lurker or not? He doesn't get it. Both of the lurkers are still survive, but Zelle will attack against these forces, so this base will fall. You need to keep on pressing forward because the top right is not yet reinforcing, but more lurkers coming from the back here. The lurkers going to deploy themselves here and stop these Zerglings from attacking, Zerglings from attacking, but it looks like Dragoon's reinforcement is just at the right nick of time, so these lurkers will get destroyed. Dragoons need to fall back and wait for the support of the Zealot. Both the players are just going crazy with many back and forth, but new base has come up. New base, where are the Reavers? You need to have Reavers in formation now. He gets how many lurkers? Looks like the lurkers are not yet destroyed. Zealot need to come to destroy the last lurker. He gets these lurkers getting destroyed, which is great, but he is throwing away his Zealot. He goes to he clear a lot of lurkers. All of these lurkers, they die before the cracklings can actually come and alleviate the situation. There's going to be some attack against the new Nexus. The Nexus is getting destroyed. There's another hatchery right here. You can see it coming up. If the hatchery becomes operational, things will be very interesting. He's going to come out. There's a lurker on the high ground here. It looks like a Logon, excuse me. And the probes are going to get evacuated. This is going to be situated where the observers, he need to see those lurkers. Looks like he might be falling apart, man. He might be dying. Anyways, this new hatchery, we got the Nidus scan out, and that is terrible. Terrible situation. He need to see that right now. He's not seeing it just yet. Forces moving back. Both the players have about even above supply. But why is he? Look at this. What is his APM 340, which is nice. He's got a lot of robotics, but where are the Reavers? Where are the Reavers? You need to have Reavers on the field. What is that being made with the egg? He's not seeing the... Okay, he sees it now. He knows there's something there. He sees there's something there. It looks like he decided, you know, I'm going to give up the top right. I allow you to take it. I don't care. I'm going to try to survive with just the bottom left. He comes in with some Zealot. He needs to storm these lurkers to death. He pushed the lurkers back. So I think by now, YC has given up the idea of assaulting the top right. He says, you know what? I'm just going to try to save the bottom left. Some pylon getting created here. Some Zerlings getting created. More drops coming through. This is a huge attacking, but Zealots are here. There's going to be a lot of lurkers and Defiler dropping. There's going to be some storm. Good storms that eats up those lurkers. The lurker is still alive. The lurker died. The lurker died. These cannons are not yet finished, but it's going to be a beautiful storm against the lurker. The cannon is still alive, though it's died. It died, but the last Defiler has fallen as well. So this base, without the Nidus Canal, would not be able to support itself. And once he has secured this bottom left of the screen, which is going to be great here. And this base will come up with +3 weapons, +3 armor, and 1 shield. This is insane upgrade for Protoss. YC 1,200 minerals and actually 1,100 minerals. This hatchery will fall, and Protoss will have this area. But it looks like huge counterattack in the middle. But the Zealots will just slow them down. Zealots need to engage. Don't run. Don't be cowards. Engage and slow down the Zerg advancement. Zerg is coming from outside. We're having a shadow. Hydrant is going to get a good start, but not yet killing off all of those lurkers. They're still alive. You need to really finish them up with some Reaver shot or something. Observers arriving at the right moment. This is going to be buying a lot of time here. Dragoons attacking nicely. What's in the side of the shadow? Need to land the Reaver now. What is he doing? He's landing some storms. He will cast a good storm. He need to land everything in because there's going to be some nice Scourges attack, and he will storm all of those lurkers that need to storm all of these lurkers. The 3 lurkers in the corner. He will storm them more. The 3 more on the top side. He's not storming them though. He doesn't see them just yet because Observer doesn't have Observer Vision upgrade, I think. But anyways, more attacks happening in here. For the timing, YC is doing okay in terms of bases. He's splitting the map exactly to half. He can actually continue to split the map into half like this. It's going to be great. The Reaver need to buy time here. Archon need to get involved. Reaver needs to take a great shot. Dragoon needs to support. These 2 lurkers will be doing great shot. The Reaver's taking 1 shot. The Reaver gets sniped. It looks like YC is going to get pushed back. His main production base is going to get assaulted. He doesn't have any gateway from the north side, from the bottom left side of the map. I don't think he's got any production facilities there. But anyways, for the time being, Action is trading poorly. He's just banging his head against the wall. This Archons will be buying so much time. The lurkers are not deploying. Where are the Reavers? We need to have the Reavers. The Archon can only do so much. He pulls back. He says, you know what, take my cannons. I don't need it. I'm gonna be buying time with those cannons. And just Sauron Zerg coming from all sides. Sauron's YC says, you know what, I'm gonna just try to hold the high ground here, but you need to have the next wave of reinforcement. You need to have observers. Observers need to come out right now because Dragoons will just shred pieces with the lurker spine. We do have reinforcement coming from the southern side. This observer is going to be falling. He's got 3 robo, man. Where are the Reavers getting created from those robo? He clears some reinforcement from the bottom side, which is going to be great. He need to have more cannons. High level need to cast storm. They have 250 energy upgrade, which is nice, but they are not fast enough in number. The cannon comes up, but not fast enough, and that single cannon would not be able to save those high level. He does a good storm against an overlord. If he loses his main base, is going to be terrible. It will be very freaking bad, man. He need to save it. He comes out. He clears some Zerlings because the lurkers are not reaching the high ground just yet. He's reinforcing. He's gonna make sure that Zerg cannot reinforce and attack his main base. He's gonna try to buy some time by bringing the battle to the front. He does a good storm to cast out those Zerglings. He does a good shot, but reinforcement. Look at this, guys. Huge stream of forces coming through. This is great, but he needs to save all of his gateways. He needs to save his Templar Archive. I think that's been destroyed. He needs to rebuild the Templar Archive. He's doing good storm, but he doesn't have gateway at the bottom left of the screen. Keep that in mind. If he loses all of this gateway, he cannot make more forces. He's trading not so bad, but he will lose all of his gateway, man. That is going to be a problem. He's making Zealot, but they are falling the moment they come out. It will fall the moment they come out, and it's gonna be the terrible mistake here. He doesn't have any more production building at the bottom right on the screen. He's got some basics, which is nice. He need to start to send some probes there. He need to make massive reavers everywhere. Good storm just to buy time here, and just trade well. But I think now supply-wise, what is the situation? There's gonna be some nice attack. The shuttle finally saves itself. He's got a reaver here, which will to slow down these Zerglings and make him trade. I think trading is what he's need to try to snipe the hide. There's a very good micro, excellent micro. He will need to save the Archon, pick up the Archon with the shuttle. I think you can pick it up, maybe not. I'm not so sure. Anyways, these guys are gonna be falling here. And more gateways gonna create it. He recreated the Templar Archive here. He's gonna remake. He's gonna have a surplus of money. Just make massive reavers now. And as for action, transition into Guardians is the answer. You need to transition into Guardians now, before this becomes way too late. Probes are gonna try to run away. They're gonna try to drive the Zerglings away, but it's gonna be impossible. This game is getting really interesting. In the normal situation with these kind of scenarios, action wins because action is forced enemy to rebuild a lot of gateways. But we shall see, because this base here will go to Zerg. I think this base at the 3 o'clock position will be going to Zerg. Of course, that base has been mining for a while. Lurkers, we need to deploy themselves. The Lurkers, what are they doing? They're not deploying themselves. The probes are gonna get right to the Lurker line. There's gonna be some nice attacking Lurkers. The reviewer is gonna try to fall back. The Defiler's been sniped. The Defiler's gone. Lurker's gonna try to come to, but not enough. Darkstorm need to destroy. Looks like this base will fall. The probes will run away, but cannot run the base because the Lurkers are still alive. And action has done it. I think without these mining facilities, YC cannot do it. He cannot reinforce fast enough. He doesn't have observers. Okay, does he have observers? He's gonna try to snipe something. He does get some forces. He does get some nice shot on the Hydras, but it's impossible. He gets all of the Hydras destroyed, but it's not possible. The Scourges will destroy his shuttle. Possibly he would need to remake, and he would just completely gonna try to play one base. Or what? There's gonna be maybe some Lurkers coming through. There's no observers. He would possibly need to storm its own Zealot. Okay, he does a good friendly fire there, which is not a bad idea. But those units will be alive for a while. You need to make cannons in this nexus, man. There's nothing here. Okay, there is a Lurker hiding in the corner. There are 2 Lurkers. This is terrible. YSC has lost it. He was almost about to win, but he has lost it, and now it's going to be impossible for him to come back. He need to remake. I mean, he doesn't have observatory. He doesn't have observers. He doesn't have observatory. He will clear these forces. More Hyper is going to go on the high ground, but that's going to be massive meters. So it's going to be just cleaning up now for action. Action is going to be winning this game. He makes another command. He makes another hatchery here. You need to mine some money from it, which is going to be great. And yeah, he's making a lot of high tempers. You need to make Stargate as well, because we might even have Guardians. I've faced this kind of scenarios in the past already many times. Many times I've been in this scenario. They are the Guardians. I cannot fight against Guardian in late game. It's impossible. There's going to be a nice play to soften up those cannons, and the Guardians will come out and finish up the job here. There's no Stargate. He might do a huge job just to really create confusion, and then Guardians attack the front. The game is completely in actions back. He cannot lose this game. It's impossible to lose. There's going to be a shuttle, and of course YC is going to try to... What is he doing? What are these drones doing? He will snipe the drones. Sure, why not? Right, just for fun. He's distance mining by the drones, and he's going to come through here. Action with 991 supply. And YC 111 need to go out and storm. There's going to be a huge drop, but is there cannons in the main? Reaver is going to get sniped. He need to come out here. 100 is going to get sniped. 200 is going to get sniped. He does some good storm. But the drop in the main is incoming as well. How many storms can you do? Cannot do anything because only 2 high temperatures. Just insanity here. YSC was on a wrong starting point, and he's going to be losing this game. But nice deep plays by Action. We will have Action versus Sack, a rematch in the final set. YSC almost did it. Almost. If he didn't lose his main, he did. You know, that was just... I mean, only a player of the caliber of Soki can do that attack. Attacking the Protoss in the main when the Protoss got maxed out 200 army. Finally, we have observers here, and Guardians start to attack against the probe line. These Reavers go for some storms, which is not a bad idea, but not able to finish up the game. Keep in mind, the Action's money situation is actually not good. It's not good, but still, he's got fresh bases, more attack, and there's going to be some storms here. Can he do it? He clears some Lurkers, he clears a couple more Lurkers, but there are just so many Guardians. He needs to save some of his high temperature for storm against the Guardians as well. The Guardians destroying the probes to evacuate to the high ground, but there's no Nexus. There's no Nexus on the high ground, so he cannot mine from the high ground. He just need to mine from what he's got here. This robo will fall, which means no more observers getting created, and just massive cracklings coming through. These Archons can be buying some time here. He need to go out and storm, but there's nothing to do. YC GG, it is eliminated from the round of 24. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, discuss with the Binance, it's going to be individual. See you soon. Bye-bye.